Hello, everyone. Um, my name is Dark, and I run the For the Brethren channel on YouTube, um, and and Twitch, and we have a Discord and whatnot, and we've been trying to build a Christian gaming community for some time now. Um, and one of the key parts was the game Destiny. Now, I'm sure you've all seen and heard the news recently about Destiny coming to an end uh, in June. Uh, the final updates are going to be released in the month of June, um, and then it's done. There will be some stuff returning, some new stuff added, whatnot, but there will be no more story, no raids, no dungeons, nothing new. And honestly, that's hard for me for a lot of reasons. Um, Not only has this week had some insane ups and downs, I'm recording this on May the 22nd, Friday. Um, because yesterday, 8.5 hours before that post was released, um, my child was born. My very first child. My little girl. After many hours of my wife being in labor, and me being about as helpful as a sack of potatoes, um, she gave birth, and my little girl, who is wonderful and healthy and happy, um, entered into this world. And there was so much joy in that after the crummy week I'd had leading up to that of being sick and then just problems at work. And then finally, you know, my little girl's here. This exhaustion kind of set in, and I had fallen asleep for a little bit, woke up, you know, we're figuring out how to be parents, and how to go about this, how to make it work. And I fall asleep and I wake up and I look at my phone and I'm tagged in a Discord saying it's over. And I'm like, what in the world, you know? Like, already. Like, this insane high and then this roller coaster of now I'm just exhausted. And there's this, like, sadness that I don't know if people really talk about that often, but, like, recognizing it's not just my wife and I anymore. It's not just us. Like, there's someone else in the house that we have to take care of that has to come first because they can't take care of themselves. Um, the fun nights at home, just the two of us, are done. Um, Getting to just go places like normal, we can't do that. There's this sadness that kind of set in. And then I look and see that the game, which I know it's stupid, but the game that has been an integral part of my life for the last 10 years is done. The franchise that I've been playing for the better part of my life is over, is ending with no follow up. And out of the blue, after months with no communication, with nothing so much as like a hey, by the way, we're getting things in motion to kind of peter off and pursue new things. Nothing. 3 weeks before the update's supposed to release, they drop an article saying, hey, by the way, yeah, all that content that we promised, all of the content you've been asking for years, and all of this amazing stuff that we set up, you're getting part of it, You're getting a whole bunch of stuff at the end for some reason, and then you're getting none of the payoff. You're getting SRL, you're getting Pantheon back, you're getting Age of Triumph from D1, essentially. Okay, those are cool things, I guess. Right as you kill the game. At least with D1, we had something to look forward to. There was something that we knew we were going into, so that way we could leave D1 behind and then return to it when we wanted to for that nostalgia. This is just completely different. And at least with D1, we knew when things were ending. We knew the timeline. They announced it. Hey, in September, there's D2 releasing. So all of that stuff you're getting to do is just going to kind of hold you over until X thing releases. This is, hey, all that crap you have asked for, all of this stuff you've been waiting on, all of these balances and changes and stuff to make the game function and be better that needed to be released over a year ago. Yeah, we're giving it to you and then we're done. That to me is pathetic. And I feel that way for two reasons. Because Destiny 2, as stupid as it is, and as frustrating of a game as it can be, has helped me through the hardest parts of my life. I've always had something I could go back to escape from the crap that I've had to deal with. Years ago, back 2019, I was at my lowest. I guess kind of going into my the lowest points of my life. I was struggling with addiction. I was struggling with depression. I was kind of a social outcast in a way. And I didn't really fit in anywhere. I wasn't good at anything. I hated sports. I didn't go to regular school like everybody else. But there was this stupid game called Destiny 2 that I was good at. And there were people that I played with that were also good at it, so we got to do cool things. I got into a clan that was into raiding. I was doing dungeons. I had a friend group that played. After school, I'd sink hours and hours. I saved my money so I could buy an Xbox and accessories like a nice headset so I could play with friends. All this stuff. And it was one of the very, very few things in my life that I could escape to. Not feeling like I was at home in my own house or even really listened to by my parents. Having no place outside of like a youth group at church to go to find community. Destiny 2 was there. It was always there. It was always online. There was always something to do. There was always people to talk to, And I never had to tell them, like, hey, man, I've had a crappy week. I'd just be like, hey, anyone want to play? And, it helped me. It helped me through the weekend. It helped me through the hard weeknights. When I wanted to make terrible, terrible decisions, including wanting to take my own life, at one point in time, I had two things keeping me going, and that was my youth group and this idea of God that I so desperately wanted. I so desperately wanted that connection with God, but I also so desperately wanted people that just understood me, and that was through gaming. And it's always been through gaming. That's been my medium for not only finding escape from the world, but then finding a way to interact and connect with people. It's why I started this channel not that long ago, is so I could engage with people about faith, the faith that ended up saving my life and really changing me through the other medium that kept me going, that gave me an outlet to express some of my imagination and some of my talent. I'm not good at very much, which is funny because I've learned not only through gaming, but through church, through the youth groups, that I'm actually good at quite a lot. But gaming helped me realize not only how creative I can be, but how well at creating stories I am. And that's something I wanted to lean into so hard, is crafting stories for my characters in the game. Finding an outlet for the mind God blessed me with. Destiny 2, for being the most unstable, broken, miserable to play game at times, has been one of the most stable things in my life because it has always been there. Second only to my wife. As far as earthly things that have always been there and always helped me, my wife, Destiny 2, and my friends have been the three things that I have always been able to turn to. And now, because of the stupid decisions developers, not even the developers, the CEOs and executives at Bungie have made, they are ripping that one thing from my life and hundreds of thousands of others. There are hundreds of kids I know who log into this game because they don't have anything else. They have nowhere else to go. The amount of people I have connected with and met through this game who have no home to call their own, who have no friends in real life, who have no way of connecting or reaching people that understand them, is being ripped from them. For what? It was an easy payout a couple of years ago. The executives took all of that money, blew it completely, laid all of the good talent off, kept a handful just to keep the game alive, gave us nothing but garbage year after year since Witch Queen, minus the Final Shape campaign and raid. But everything else since Witch Queen has been so mediocre, half-hearted, and worthless. And instead of capitalizing on the best parts of the game, the core of the game, they just kept throwing crap at the wall, hoping it would stick, and it never did. Nothing else in the game connected like the strikes, like the raids, like the dungeons, like the exploration and the wonder. When Season of the Worthy came out, one of my best friends and I, Axolotl, sat in a Discord call for like 4 hours exploring the bunker on the moon, the hidden area for Fellwinter's Lie. We got out of bounds and were exploring it and mapping it all out and writing all of these symbols. We were exploring all of the bunkers, looking at the light patterns, trying to figure out if there's an ARG thing or some sort of code. But one night in particular, we spent like 4 hours just in that bunker, just theory crafting. Like, what if it's for this thing? What if it's leading to this? What if it's a code for an emblem? And it was one of the most incredible things. And they lost that. It was gone. And it's been gone for so long. They have killed the game I loved for no reason. Part of me is so unbelievably angry about that, and the other part of me is so sad to see it gone, because there was a silly part of me that thought I would play this game forever. I would have it for the rest of my life. I'd have just something fun to go do, because there's always something to do in the game. I got into doing Lowmans, and I'm not very good at the game, but it's something to do, and it's something enjoyable. I thought I'd do all the Lowmans. I'd get good enough where I could do Solo Witness, which is something I had attempted couple times and done alright at, you know. I thought I'd get the chance to play it with my daughter. And I don't think I'm going to get that. In fact, I don't think she's going to be able to see it. I don't think the servers are going to stay up long enough for D1 or D2 for her to even witness it. She's going to have to watch the videos I made, which I guess are maybe enough and means I need to capitalize on recording the good times with my buddies. Having something that I can show her and say, hey, there's always a community out there of people for you. And believe it or not, there's Christian communities out there, or people willing to be a part of a Christian community out there just for you, that you can be a part of, that you can call home. Even when there's no one else around, there's always something. God has something for you. But I don't think she's going to be able to witness that firsthand. In the same day, get the highest of highs. And then there's this exhaustion and sadness that kind of sets in. And then there's this just kick to the nuts, man. But there's also a part of me that's relieved. It's weird. I'm kind of glad it's done. I'm kind of glad I had this time to enjoy the game. And if it is finished, if they shut down servers in the next couple years, and I'll have done everything I wanted. And that was to spend time with my best friends. To get to play the game I love with my wife. To do so many incredible things. And be blessed with that. And that I'm grateful. For the people at Bungie who put in the effort, who did their best, who worked their hardest, and made so much good content, thank you. Honestly, thank you. And to the people who wrecked it, I hope and pray that you get better at making games. If I say anything else, I will be disappointed in myself. So please, for the love of all that is good, get better. Because I'm sorry, you people are the worst of blueberries. You cannot figure out how to do the most simple public event in the EDZ. If you were tasked with finding a random chest in an open world, you'd end up on the wrong freaking planet. You people are so backwards. Sorry. Just gotta let that out. All of this is speaking from the heart. I have no script, I have no outline, nothing. And I do apologize. If you're like, man, what are you even talking about? You need to stop. Yeah, that's me at the moment. I'm gonna go spend time with my daughter. And I'm gonna spend time reflecting on the wonderful people I've been able to meet. And to each and every one of you. I know I haven't been active recently, and it's just because of work and life, and I'm sorry, but I do thank you. You guys have been incredible, and I love each and every one of you, like brothers and sisters. I hope you know that. And you will always have a community that you can reach out to. I know I'm not that active, but you can reach out to me at any time, and I will do my best to respond within a couple of days. And I want you to know I pray for each and every one of you. Every prayer request that's put into the channel, I pray for. I take time out of my day because it's important. Because no one in my life was doing that for me when I needed it most. I want to be that guy. And since we have this opportunity through this game, we can do that. And at least for now, it's still up. So we can keep connecting. I love you all. And I thank you. And I thank you to the people at Bungie who made this game what it is. Alright, with that, goodbye everybody. I will talk to y'all later.